Hey guys, welcome back. So a bit of a rough morning today. Got myself an energy drink, so let's make a video. Basically, I'm getting ready for a photo shoot, and I would like to document the different steps that I need to take to transform into Soldier 76, the character from Overwatch. I want to go over the basic makeup, then I'll show you how I get my hair nice and white, and then I want to show you how I do the scars. The makeup itself is like kind of non-existent really. Usually I just use a concealer to conceal all the blemishes there, but honestly there's not much to do for Soldier as a character because he's kind of like a rugged guy anyway, so you can get away with being a bit more messy. So for my dark under eyes I usually add a little tiny bit of the pink concealer thing. I think that'll help a little bit me looking a bit fresher. The next step in the process is usually me styling my hair. What I usually do is I just use regular hairspray to style it in this sort of brushed back look, and then I use colored hairspray to paint it white. Now I know that Soldier 76 has quite a different hairstyle than mine, but still I prefer using my own hair and then painting it rather than using a wig, because I think it's very hard to make a wig look believable, and so I just usually take the artistic liberty of kind of altering the hairstyle a little bit. The reason why I'm doing the non-colored hairspray before the colored one is because the colored hairspray doesn't hold as well. So this is what I usually go for, this sort of brushed back type of pompadour look. Man, it's so hot here. And the next step is usually a colored hairspray. So these come in these tiny cans. They're a single wash, so it's not a bleaching product or anything. It's kind of like food coloring spray paint kind of thing. It doesn't really damage your hair or anything, but you end up using a lot of it. So I think I need 2 cans for every 2-3 times I dress up as Soldier 76. That being said, coating power is fairly good. My hair is kind of dark, but you'll see in a minute that it can become basically crisp white with these sprays. This hairspray works like spray paint, so be patient and lay down many thin coats rather than one thick one and then be all runny. So Silver Fox activated. I usually just use my fingers to mask off my hairline. So this is as thick as I go per coat. I'm gonna wait like 2-3 minutes and then hit it again and then try to dial in my hairline a bit better. Now, once you have a decent coat going on, you might want to come in with a hairbrush and try to mix it in a little bit. That way you'll spread in the white pigment into the deeper layers of your hair, so your hairstyle will be a bit more 3D looking rather than just spray painted helmet. So that will make it look a little bit more believable. Now I know that I coated my sideburns and my ear quite a lot, but since these paints are water soluble, then I can just come in with a moist napkin and just make a nice crisp edge. Don't forget to wash behind your ears, kids! So this is how it looks when it's roughly done. I rushed it a little bit for the video, but I think if you would take your time, you could make it a tiny bit cleaner. Soldier 76 also has some scars on his face. You can't really see them through the tactical visor, but you can see them in the alternate skins like Grillmaster, for example. To recreate those scars on my face, I'll be using rigid Collodion and some lip liners. Usually I use a couple of different shades to get a bit more color play for realism. I usually start off with nice light lines. Get a feel for it and then see where the line sort of flows with the contour of your face. Where would the scar be if it was a real one? For realism's sake, you don't want to add too much either. When it comes to colors, less is more. Now we're going to be making the scars look 3-dimensional with rigid Collodion. It's a special quick-drying theatrical effect liquid that basically when applied to your skin, upon evaporation contracts it and then gives it this sort of scarred look. I'll show it to you in a second. It's applied with a brush, kind of like nail polish. Just gently add a few layers onto the painted scar. I can already feel it drying and contracting my face. You really need to not overdo the lip liner stage because rigid Collodion contracts when it's drying, so that means that the pigment that you spread over a large surface area gets contracted into a smaller one, so that's why the scar color intensifies when you add the Collodion. If you add a tiny drop of rigid Collodion right outside the scar, beneath your lip, right beneath the crest of the lip, it will contract it inwards and it will make the scar look that much more realistic. So after a few minutes you can clearly tell that the Collodion is working and that the scars are much more 3D and realistic looking. There's one more thing that we should do to make it look a little bit more realistic and to really sell it. Since Collodion is kind of shiny, it's kind of like glue or nail polish, like I said before, we need to add a tiny bit of powder to mute that shine, to make the scar nice and blend in with the rest of the face. Okay, so there you have it. Now it's time to get into the rest of the costume and take some pictures. So this is the part where I tell you that sadly the SD card containing the footage of the photo shoot itself got corrupted or something, and I don't have any footage of that, but the photos survived, so let's take a look at those. At first we shot some of these rockabilly style pictures just to show off the makeup a little bit and make use of it, but then we took some more pictures of my entire Soldier 76 outfit. If you're interested in how they turned out, I'm going to be posting the best ones on my Instagram real soon. But overall, I'm really pleased with how the makeup turned out. The hair was on point in the pictures and the scar was nice and visible. And I'll try to find the links for the items that I used on Amazon just in case you might want to recreate this look or use it in a different project. On a related note, some of my friends suggested that I make a Discord server, so I did. If you would like to talk about cosplay, tech, other creative hobbies and projects like makeup tips like this video for example, join us there. There's an invite link down below. I hope you found this video interesting, maybe you learned a thing or two, but yeah, thank you for watching and I'll see you in the next one.